I have an interesting question for you. Long distance relationships generally don't work. You might have heard this. Is this a myth or is it true? The answer is it's a myth. A study done by Dargue and Blair, where they studied more than 700 men and women in long distance relationships and about 425 men and women in close relationships without any kind of distance separating them. After studying these two groups, they found out that there is actually no difference at all. There is no disadvantage in being in a long distance relationship. It is the relationship and the individual characteristics that actually predict the quality of the relationship. So, what are these positive predictors for long distance relationships and what does science tell us? We are about to uncover 9 secrets from scientific research to make long distance relationships work. Keep watching. Hi, I'm Stephen Antony, a medical doctor, psychiatrist, and a board-certified coach through Cleveland Clinic, Ohio. And our purpose on this channel is to make entertaining, cinematic videos backed by science, psychology, and a touch of history so that you not only enjoy watching them, but also learn powerful insider secrets that will help you create authentic, deep, and loving relationships that last a lifetime. So hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and I promise to make it worth your while. So let's look at tip number 1. Text more. A study done by Holzman and Kushlev looked at different patterns of communication. So they looked at text messages, they looked at voice calls, and they looked at video calls, both in long distance relationships and in close relationships. And what they found out is that in long distance relationships, couples that text have higher relationship satisfaction. Interestingly enough, they also found out that in close relationships where there is no distance barrier, it is the voice calls that make a difference. Now, if you're wondering where your relationship is going, you're not alone. About 1 in 3 people are pursuing a long distance relationship because the world has grown and people move from place to place. One of the things that can help you, which brings us to tip number 2, is to set clear goals and timelines. Discuss your future together and establish a timeline for your long distance phase. Having a mutual understanding of where you're both headed ensures that you're working towards the same goal, and eventually being together becomes a certainty. There is always that factor of uncertainty that you want to account for. As the German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche once put it, there is always some madness in love, but there is always some reason for the madness. You need to be clear where you are going with this long distance relationships. So setting goals will help you get a clear perspective on where you're going. Tip number 3, know what topics interest the other person. Understand what really keeps them thinking. What do they like to discuss about? If they like something weird, learn about it. There's a very nice quote in Dr. Seuss which goes something like this. People are weird. When we find someone with a weirdness that is compatible with ours, we team up and we call it love. Now, let's continue. Tip number 4, show undivided attention to the person. When you're in a long-term relationship, your most important asset is going to be your phone, and your call is going to be the most important one for your partner. As Kim Jarabalo writes, there are lots of people who can call you by your name, but there is only one person who can make it sound so special. Now, you also need to understand how to use your voice, and you need to work a little bit on your voice so that you sound sweet every time you call them. You want to reach a point where your conversations are so deep and so satisfying that your lover feels like they are gazing into the mirror of their own soul, and you reflect and cherish every moment you share with them. That is when they see with clarity that you are the person meant for them. Now, if you need help with this, we have an in-depth program with more than 100 plus questions that help you create a deep connection. It will give you tons of interesting content to keep the discussion going for many months or even years. Be sure to check out the program in the link below. Next, we move to tip number 5. Know each other's schedules. Now, understanding when your partner is busy or free helps you plan your calls and message them at the right time, ensuring that both of you feel like your commitments are being respected. Block out chunks of time, and whenever you have that chunk of time, discuss what's going on in each other's life, even the small mundane stuff. Next step, balance on times and off times with different sets of activities. Now, what do we mean by that? People have different energy levels, right? When your energy is high, you want to talk all day long. When your energy is low, you want to just zone out. This is what you need to prepare for. So you want to also prepare for low energy moments. This could be involving in activities such as co-watching a movie. So you can make a list of movies you want to watch together and watch it virtually together. It could be co-browsing the internet or co-shopping on the internet or playing a video game together. Coming up with a list of things to do together and understanding when the energy is high and when the energy is low is going to make a big difference to your relationship. Tip number 7, send physical reminders. Now, you don't have to fly down every time you miss the person. However, you can send them a physical gift. Studies have shown that people in long-distance relationship always enjoy receiving physical reminders of each other. This comes in the form of handwritten notes or handwritten letters, handmade cards, gifts, or even personalized objects. So sending that physical reminder out into their life makes your presence felt. Tip number 8, stay at the top of the quality pyramid. Long distance relationships may lack quantity in terms of time, but it can excel in quality. You have to understand that most studies show that the number one reason why long distance relationships break is due to temptation, is because the person finds somebody else. This is where you have to excel. You have to understand how to trigger emotions through meaningful conversations rather than just having a constant small talk. People who experience heartfelt emotions in long distance relationships are shown to be less likely to cheat. Now remember, underneath the surface of your daily existence, in the realm where thoughts and feelings are honest, you want your partner to uncover this profound truth that no one can connect with them like you. And that's what keeps them coming back to you over and over and over again. Now, if you want to master how to trigger these conversations and how to trigger these feelings and emotions on a very deep level, then check out Conversational Hypnosis for Relationships. The link is in the description box below. Tip number 9, focus on personal goals and your growth. Now, while it's essential to stay connected, it's equally important to grow. Don't put your life on hold. Engage fully in your current environment and activities, and this can lead to your personal growth and reduce any feelings of loneliness. Hey, if you've been watching this video for this long, it means you like something about the content. Hit the subscribe button, and I promise to keep producing great content that you will enjoy. Now, share your thoughts on long-distance relationships. Have you tried any of these hacks? Do you have any personal secrets to making long-distance relationships work that weren't mentioned in this video? Let us know in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. This is Stephen Antony from PsychologyMD. Bye-bye.